Well, good morning.
Good morning, people on the internet.
I know it's been a while since we've done this.
It is?
Yeah, because we didn't do it yesterday or Monday or Friday.
And the week before, I was in self-quarantine, and so
Yes.
You
do
can't
it
do
then
it. Yeah,
either.
nobody's going to do this without you, Jeremy. That's the bottom line. You are the glue
Listen.
to us being on the World Wide Web.
I have tried to do it when he's gone before and trying to run the board and make sure what's going on the air is right and what's going on the internet is right. I'm just saying it ain't happening.
It's too much. It's just too much.
For me, anyway. I mean, there's other. Maybe Jeremy can do it. I'm not saying it. Other people can do it. Just for me, I was like a nervous wreck by the time I was done.
Deb's like, stop shaking in the corner, Ken. Get up and do your job.
No, I haven't had too much coffee. I'm just really stressed out right now.
I just want to cry.
Maybe I didn't train right. That's what it was.
Maybe you didn't train right. Did you train at all?
Train wreck.
That's
maybe.
right. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you didn't train at all, then you probably didn't train right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I say that is because we were talking, before we started this live stream, that Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks,
Yes.
and we have the young buck quarterback in Patrick
Right.
Mahomes,
Coming out
and
of
the
KC.
seasoned veteran Tom Brady.
A seasoned veteran doesn't even begin to describe this guy.
Well,
I mean,
it's the thing about it is that people, like I talk with my wife about this, and she goes, "Well, he's not old; he's 43." I go, "But in football terms,
yeah, but an NFL quarterback,
he's
years?
like 60 or 70
Yeah.
in reality. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it. But I was telling you, I watched a documentary type thing on YouTube, a series, and I can't even remember what it was. I stumbled across it actually, and then I started watching it and was fascinated about all of the effort that he puts into making sure his body and his mind are in tune with his job.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, sure, he's worth $200 million. His wife's worth $400 million. So, I mean, they're pretty loaded. But he invests a lot of money.
Oh, that's right, because his wife is
A model.
the model. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I don't remember what her name is.
Yeah, I
but
can't remember either, but she's worth a lot. Anyway, so we'll talk about more about that in a second. Your thoughts, though, if you want to share with us here on this live stream about Tom Brady and his efforts, or the Super Bowl, whatever.
Or the Pro Bowl.
Right? No. 7:07 with Aaron Schust, and we are free on Moody Radio Quad Cities. It is Ken, Jeremy, Gerad, all hanging out with you this morning. Deb will be back with us tomorrow, but we are talking about confrontation and or just basically communication. Do you have a suggestion or maybe even a scripture verse that you'd like to share with us this morning?
It's also just after 7 o'clock on a Wednesday,
Oh, that's right.
which means it's time for the Romans 12:1 Radio Weight Loss Challenge check-in.
Oh, boy. I was trying to avoid that. Yes, so we're doing our little challenge that Jeremy and I are doing. We haven't done this in a few years. The first time was 2017, right?
Yep, 2017.
And then we did it a year or two later.
We tried it the following year, but we ended up abandoning that ship.
That one, yeah, I remember that. That one was not a full 16 weeks, right?
That one was, so the first one was 12.
Yes.
Okay.
And the second year we were going to do 16.
Okay.
And we made it like 3.
3. Yeah. What week is it now? Is it?
So the counting's a little different. So it's like week 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So,
right, so-
this is the threshold.
Yeah.
We have to be talking about this next week, guys.
Okay. We will do that. We will do that. I'm bound and determined to at least get to the end. Whether I will lose a lot or not, I'm bound and determined to get to the end.
Good. So what's the verdict? How we doing?
All right. So I'll just start off and just say that it wasn't a good week for me.
Well,
Yeah.
you've had some stressors in your life, Ken.
I had a few stresses in our life right now. It just seems like it's been a stress for the whole past year or so with 2020 and everything that happened. But yes, we've had my son having a fire. We have my daughter and my other son-in-law. They're looking at buying a house near us, and so we've had some stresses with with that.
Yeah, you had some travel, you know.
Yeah, and some traveling in there. Not making excuses. I still know that I need to drink my water. And I haven't been drinking my water, which really helps to flush out your system and not let your body hold on to water.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do very good this last week.
So what are you actually at?
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
up 3.1 pounds.
Up 3.1.
Up 3.1.
What were you hoping to be at?
Down 3.1. Well, at least down 1 anyway.
Okay.
Because last week I stayed status quo.
Okay, just break even.
I broke even last week, and so this week I'm up 3.1. So yes, but Jeremy did good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's a 1.2 drop from last week. Which
Nice.
brings my net total to about 14.
Okay.
And
that's a really healthy amount of weight to actually drop in a week.
right, it's
The
a lot,
1.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a lot healthier than multiple pounds.
Right.
That's right,
for sure.
yeah.
Like my first week was 7.5.
Too much. Too
Yeah,
much.
that-
Yeah.
That was the week he was in Omaha doing a ton of hard work.
Yeah, we were lifting and painting, and I think my steps were up over like 19,000 steps during
Right.
the day, and it was crazy.
But you're working on the farm and doing things. I mean, you're not exactly.
I am, but it's not. See, the thing about it is I think your body can get used to doing certain things,
Certainly.
and so you have to kind of shock it every now and then, and so I'm still doing all the things we do on the farm, cleaning stalls and throwing around hay bales and walking and things like that. But yesterday, I finally got my stationary bike all set up again,
Oh, good.
and I rode for 20 minutes on it. And I'm hoping that will help me to kind of shock the system a little bit. And then, of course, I need to get my water intake. I need to cut calories.
Well, let me know if
all
you
of
want
that
some
stuff.
stationary bike workouts.
Okay.
Because I just got one for our house, and so I've been writing some workouts for that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just a matter of being able to stay on there for 20 minutes, without dying. Yesterday, I was like, "What? How much do I have left? 12 minutes left? What?"
I've been on it for 30 seconds. This is terrible. Yeah. Now, Jeremy, are you doing anything else besides kind of watching the carbs?
It's mainly an adjustment of my eating.
Okay. Okay.
Which, I mean, I can't count it towards the Romans 12:1, but I did celebrate a weight loss
Yes, he did.
checkpoint, I guess.
Yeah.
Since July 1st of last year, I crossed the 50-pound threshold.
Awesome,
on
man.
Sunday.
Nice
Yeah,
work.
That's very
good
good.
job.
But congratulations, man. That's awesome. All right, so that's what we're doing. Pray for us. We'll have pictures up later of my 3.1 gain and Jeremy's 1.2 loss, and we'll have that for you a little bit later on, and we'll check in again next week. Here is For King and Country and Together on Moody Radio. All right, well, we're going to do a picture. You want to do a picture, or should we do it after the...
We
or should we let everybody else in on our picture?
Picture will probably come up after we wrap up.
All right.
live
I was just
stream.
going to say we could let everybody else in on
On what it looks like to
do the
picture.
pose.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, a little behind the scenes
Sure.
with Ken and Jeremy and the weigh-in.
If you want, we can do it.
It doesn't matter.
I think that if you had to take a picture and post on the internet or tell people that you gained 3 pounds, like either one of them,
Yeah.
not great, but, whatever. But the fact that you have to do both of them, Ken, I see that as being a deterrent for having to repeat that behavior the following week. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay.
You are right. Yeah. Scare tactics, whatever you want to call it.
That's right, yeah. Like there's a little bit of like bullying that you guys are doing of each other, like.
Right. So we were talking about Tom Brady and the Super Bowl that's coming up. And so during this like documentary thing that I watched, I mentioned that, he's worth $200 million, but he invests a lot of money into taking care of his body and everything so that he can still play at 43.
So give us a taste of what are the things that he's doing to stay healthy and stay at the top of the game.
Well, first of all, his diet. I think he has a nutritionist that he employs, and maybe even a chef. I'm not sure, but I know he has a nutritionist that helps him to really, takes his blood, makes sure that everything is up to where it should be. I mean, he's down to that level.
Yeah, right.
Making sure that his vitamin intake is correct,
Yes.
and he eats the right foods.
Right.
And,
There's no insufficient areas.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to take his blood because that's actually going to be what reveals
Sure.
where his balances are at for his glucose and potassium and all that. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And then also, he hires a personal trainer, that helps him to work out and he does exercises and workouts that are different than, say, just, hey, I'm going to the gym and I'm making the circuit.
That's right. Yeah, he's not
he
trying
has
to necessarily
specific exercises for his job.
Right.
You
This is
know?
what it takes to be a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. So he's working on those muscles and on those exercises that pertain to his job. And then what I thought was interesting is he also has and I'm not sure if they call it a masseuse or if they call it, they have a special name for it.
Massage therapist.
But there you go. But he has somebody that he's employed that comes in every day. I'm not sure. It might be twice a day.
Yep.
That actually works down his muscles and makes sure that they're loose and make sure that he's not having problems with, maybe a possible pull and tear or anything like that.
It can make a world of difference.
Oh, man. Well, just having you use that machine
Oh, yeah,
of yours
the
on my
massage
shoulder
gun?
that one
Yeah.
time, I can see that makes a difference. For King and Country with Ken, Jeremy, and Gerad this morning here on Moody Radio Quad Cities. And this morning we're talking about how to have conversations about maybe delicate issues or to confront without being controversial. What are some techniques or methods that you've learned how to do that? Maybe you also have a scripture verse that you'd like to share with us of what God has taught you through His Word on how to do that. And we had Teresa that says Proverbs 15:1 through 4. And, as you had mentioned, a gentle word turns away wrath, which is really important because I've had to actually put that into practice before. When somebody's, getting heated, or I was involved in a group conversation and it was getting a little bit elevated,
People start getting animated and
Right.
waving their arms. Yeah.
But if you do go, guys, remember, who we are, blah, blah, blah. And it
Right.
works, a gentle word turns away wrath.
That's right. Yeah. So Proverbs 15:1 through 4, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up wrath. The tongue of the wise makes knowledge attractive, but the mouth of fools blurts out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, observing the wicked and the good. The tongue that heals is a tree of life, but a divisive tongue breaks the spirit.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Teresa, for sharing that. I appreciate those words. So if you've got a method or you've learned how to confront or to talk to somebody about a delicate situation without, really having it turn into a heated argument, what are some of your techniques? We can all use that right now, especially in our society today, that's for sure. Call or text us with those, 800-221-9356.
So, real quick before we come back to Tom Brady.
Yes.
How are you two determining the winner of the 16-week challenge?
Most pounds lost, right?
Yeah.
I think is what we're
I
looking
think
at.
we're about there.
Yeah.
Now, is it most pounds lost at the end,
At the
or
end.
is it the most pounds lost over the time? Because you could have crazy drops, gain it back, crazy drops if you wanted to game the system.
No.
Okay.
No, we're not doing the Matt Folk style.
I mean, because at the end, you could have, dropped like 80 pounds in the 16 weeks by just, shed a bunch of weight one week and then gain it back and then shed again. And
No. It's actually from your starting weight that we gave
yeah.
until the end and what we've lost at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So the net weight change
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And then do you guys have a prize incentive for this? Like, does one person have to buy the other one like lunch or something?
Yeah,
or-
we haven't really.
No, we didn't
No, it's just
discuss
bragging
those,
rights.
kind of bragging rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
In the past, in previous ones, I've suggested that I get to program the morning show if I win, but they turned me down.
Yeah. I can see how that didn't win the day. Yeah. Or carry the day. Yeah.
Maybe you could program the live stream, but
Wait, don't I do that already?
Right.
oh yeah,
That's right.
How about this? If Ken loses, he has to run the live stream for a week.
Oh no, for a week.
For a week?
What? I could drop a lot of weight because I'd be like so nervous and stressed out.
So one
Either
saying,
that or gain a lot because of nervous eating.
Yeah, there's some tension there, isn't
Right?
there?
so want to say hi to some folks. Deb is actually watching us. Also,
Hey, Deb.
Gayleen, Ruth, and Suzanne are some of the folks that are watching the stream right
Gayleen.
now.
Watching from Arizona.
The Deb?
The Deb.
Deb.
Man,
Debbie
this
G.
is like a kind of weird meta experience. Hey, Deb. Normally you're here. I'm here.
Kind of weird.
Just let you know your name's still in the coffee cup.
Yeah, that's good. $7:20, Ken, Jeremy, Jared this morning. Deb will be back with us tomorrow. But coming up next week, and we're going to be actually talking more about this in just a few minutes, Founders Week is going to be happening, but not actually the way it's been happening. For how many years have they done Founders Week? Do you remember?
Yeah, so it started the first year to take off for D.L. Moody's birthday.
Yeah.
D.L. Moody canceled classes so they could go sledding.
I was not there, by the way.
No, you were not. No, you were not. And so then it grew into the world's largest free Bible conference.
Yeah. And so that's going to be next week. David Platt is going to
Yes.
open up on Tuesday night with the message.
Yes, President Mark Jobe is going to close on Friday night. We'll have Michael W. Smith.
Yep.
It's going to be a good week. It's all going to be available online. And so even though nobody will be in Chicago to attend it in person, as we've had opportunities in the year past, like bus trips
Yeah.
and so forth, everybody will be able to participate online and take in some great messages that will be encouraging and challenging.
That's right. And Dr. Deb Gorton is going to join us in just a few minutes. She's going to be one of the speakers during the daytime sessions. And so we'll talk with her about what to expect at Founders Week, maybe some Founders Week memories from her as she's been there for a while. So we'll talk with her at just about 7:30. Here's Mercy Me. Grace got you on Moody Radio Quad Cities. Good morning. So
Deb waved.
Hey, Deb. Here's a question for you guys. You
Yes.
know, so a little behind the scenes. Here at Moody, we have a wellness program
Yes.
that all the employees can participate in, and in the wellness program, there's different challenges we can do.
Yeah.
So, do you guys take advantage of this weight loss challenge and roll that into any of the challenges there, so you can earn your points?
Jared, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the program you're talking about is for full-time employees.
Yeah, I was talking to Ken. This wasn't.
Okay. And stop looking at me.
I was just trying to make you feel included, even though you're not. Sorry.
to
if
answer
anybody-
your question, no,
No. Okay.
I
Well,
have not.
You could.
I could.
You should.
I
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, because I think
might.
there's about like 8 challenges that this would probably qualify for.
Okay.
Yeah. So just a FYI.
All right.
I know Deb has talked about participating. I think last year she told us she
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
working
I think
with
she's
that.
doing some of them this year too. But yeah, that's a good idea.
Just a thought. Anyways, you can write a letter to Jeremy to encourage him because I've made him sad, and I feel very bad about that.
Yeah. Can I
and-
change the subject?
Oh, please do. Yeah, go for it. It's your show, Ken. My name is not in that upper
As
right-hand corner.
Well, Jeremy's the producer of the online stream. So, but yeah, we were talking about the preparation and everything that Tom Brady puts into, his work.
Yeah,
And how he does that. But you were talking about the contrast in some of the older athletes that in the years past have not done that, but now because of technology and or just they want to play longer and participate longer, they are actually doing a lot more of this specific training.
Yeah, it seems that as I'm watching people who are at the top of the sport, they obviously have greater resources. Athletes who are at the top of the sport today have greater resources than athletes who are at the top of the sport 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Oh, sure.
But also technology has advanced so much that we know so much more about kinesiology and what it means to stay healthy and so forth. And
Right.
so I think there's a lot of wisdom in investing in that. I mean, so take, for example, somebody like LeBron James. Whether you like him or not as a player, his 3-point shooting percentage is higher right now than Steph Curry, who is the greatest 3-point shooter in the history of the NBA.
Wow.
And that's kind of mind-blowing that at his age, he's still getting better. But a lot of it has to do with him taking care of himself. I mean,
Yeah.
Tom Brady being 43 and going to his 10th Super Bowl,
Yeah.
it really doesn't, it defies the previous logic of sports.
Sure.
But it's important to get behind the scenes. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get your take next time on how do we apply this to our own lives.
Okay. That'll have to be at another date because we're going to wrap this thing up here this morning.
Good, then you have time to think about it.
That's right. But that'll wrap up our mid-morning show coffee break for today. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll catch you again. Tomorrow's Thursday, so we'll do it tomorrow. I have to remember what day it is.
Yeah, Deb should be back.
Yeah. Lord willing, Deb will be back with us tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. If you haven't done your shoveling yet, have fun. We'll
Good luck.
see you.